Is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Miami Dolphins. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Miami. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. The Dolphins at 10-5 to start play. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. First carry here for Ken Walker. There he goes left side. Inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Fields. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They had 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. Wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts them in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Here we go, son. No Mars. Go. 319. Get after that. Right. Go.
Here's Fields. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. They run over center with Benson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Fields going to run, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Justin Fields, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14 to 7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense a good chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Taken down at the 30.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
On the jump. Check. Come on.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This one goes underneath to Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, throw right side is complete on the diving effort. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Right back to him on 1st down. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center. The guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up 1st downs.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2nd down and 4. They'll set up to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 27 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Second and 10.
Here we go, son. 319, get us met. Hey, Jared.
Fields. And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. But it could have gone for more.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, these are all or will be Hall of Famers.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's 3rd and 10.
No muss. Here we go.
To throw is Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Fields now to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Now he's into the clear again. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he's taken down inside the 30.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Here we go, son.
Up the middle, H.M. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Here we go, son. 49-yard line. 551.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
He's got it with the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Go.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his kick is indeed good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so it went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. This is intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. All eyes on Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
319. Oh, let's go.
Now Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And he's got Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Connecting with Hill. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's 1st down.
Here we go.
And one last throw here for Fields. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong